Why am I getting ghosted? Why am I getting instantly rejected? Why isn't my resume getting attention? I can't seem to get any calls back for these interviews that I'm trying to get. What am I missing? What's wrong with me? If you're finding yourself asking these same questions, you're in the right place. Welcome to Hire Me Pls. I'm Gemma Lopez, your go-to career coach and recruiting expert. And in this podcast, I'm pulling back the curtain on what it really takes to succeed in today's job market. What worked in the past won't cut it anymore, so I'm bringing you myth-busting episodes. I'm debunking bad advice and giving you actionable steps to help move forward. So say goodbye to job frustration and hello to a career that makes you excited for Mondays. Whether you're feeling stuck or ready for a change, I'm here to help you navigate this job market with confidence and land a role you'll love. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hire Me Pls podcast. I'm Gemma, your favorite career coach and recruiting expert, and today we're kicking off something really exciting. In this episode, I'm giving you a behind-the-scenes look at my coaching framework, the step-by-step process I use to help clients go from feeling stuck and uncertain to thriving in careers they absolutely love. Now, I know what it feels like to feel stuck in a role that doesn't align with who you are. That feeling of waking up and wondering if this is really it, I've definitely been there. But here's the good news. You don't have to stay stuck. There's a path to finding clarity, passion, and alignment in your career. And that's exactly what I'm going to guide you through today. So what is this framework? It's a roadmap for career transformation. This framework is designed to take you from feeling lost, burnt out, or unfulfilled to waking up every day excited about the work that you do. And over the next few episodes, I'm going to break this framework down step by step. I want you to imagine how would it feel to finally have a career that aligns with your passions and your values. That's what we're aiming for here. So the first step of the framework is self-discovery. This phase is all about diving deep into who you are and what truly drives you. What are your values? What strengths do you bring to the table? What passions have you maybe pushed aside because of the pressures of day-to-day life? One of the most common things that I see with clients is that they've lost touch with what they really want in their career. They've spent so much time doing what they think they should do that they've forgotten to ask themselves what they want to do. So take a moment and ask yourself, what is something that you've always wanted to do in your career, but you haven't pursued yet? And if you can't come up with anything, that's okay. Sometimes we bury these desires so deep within ourselves because we tell ourselves that there's no way that that could be a career. There's no way that I'll be able to do that. And we kind of come up with all of these excuses and we end up not dreaming at all. And I've been there. I know what that feels like for you to just be going through the motions every single day, just like trying to get through the day, right? Wishing for the weekends. So if you do feel like you don't know what the answer to that question is, don't worry. Just think about it and let it go. And I'm sure that a couple of days of reflecting will bring some things up. If you're still having trouble with coming up with, what is something that I've always wanted to do in my career? What is something I haven't pursued yet? Really take yourself out of it instead of thinking about in your current job right now and just play with your imagination. Like ask yourself questions like if money didn't matter or if I could wave a magic wand and get any 3 wishes, right? Like try to play with it to see if anything kind of sparks any inspiration. Another thing that I like to do myself is I may watch movies or think to what are the careers of the characters in the books that I've been reading? What are the careers that I've been like, that's super interesting, right? When's the last time I talked to somebody about what they do? And I'm like, I've never thought about that as a career. So just asking yourself these questions and sitting in reflection, that should help stir up some creativity and just some of the answers. Because a lot of the times when we deny ourselves our goals and our dreams, when we deny ourselves to dream big, our ambitions, our true desires get buried deep, 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 right? Like we hide them so well that sometimes it takes a little bit to unlock that again. Next, we move on to goal setting. Now, this step is critical. It's not just about having big dreams, but turning those dreams into concrete, achievable goals. And a lot of people feel stuck because they don't have a clear direction. Think of goal setting like mapping out a road trip. If you don't know your destination, how will you know you're moving in the right direction? Just like if you don't have a address to put into your GPS, how does it know where to take you, right? How does it know what directions to give you? So setting clear goals gives you a roadmap. So what are your career goals? If you're not sure, that's okay. We'll figure this out together. Now, this one's a biggie. It's mindset and belief work. We all have limiting beliefs, those little voices in our heads that say, you're not good enough, or you don't deserve that promotion, or you're never going to buy a house, or you're never going to do X, Y, Z. These beliefs can hold us back from going after what we really want, and they can even hold us back from even dreaming about what it is that we could want. I've worked with clients who didn't even realize that they were sabotaging themselves with these thoughts. But once we tackled those limiting beliefs and replaced them with more empowering ones, their confidence and their careers completely transformed. But it all starts with self-awareness. If you don't even really question the thoughts that are coming through every day, and I've read somewhere that it's like 60,000 thoughts in a day. That is a lot of thinking that we're doing without even realizing it. If you're not even aware of what some of these limiting beliefs are or what these core beliefs are, then it's going to be really hard for you to tackle this, right? Because we can only work with what we're able to work with. And if you don't know what those limiting beliefs are, then you can't really work on your mindset and challenge these beliefs. So if you're asking yourself, I have no idea. This is one of the biggest reasons why I think working with a coach can help. Because sometimes we can't see what's in front of us. We can't see what the problem is because we're so close to it. So think about this. What is a belief that you've held about your career that might be holding you back? And again, you may not even realize that this is a belief that you have. But when I tell you that you can love your job, that you can make as much money as you want, like you can make upwards of 6 figures, you can love your job, you can do whatever work you want to do. Like, how does that make you feel? What are your initial thoughts that come up? If your initial thoughts are doubt, like, whatever, that is not true, or you're like, yeah, maybe not in this job market, maybe not in this day and age, like maybe not now. Like, Gemma, have you seen what's going on in the world? Do you really think so? That's where it needs to start. Is if you don't even believe that you can have what you desire, you're never going to get what you desire because the opportunities are just never going to present themselves. So mindset, believe it or not, is like the biggest piece of the puzzle because nothing else will work. Nothing else can happen. You can't set goals towards a dream. You can't even dream if you're limiting yourself before you even start to do the work. And if this is where you are at, if you're listening and you're like, damn, I feel called out right now, like that's crazy. Like that is not me at all. But you really kind of secretly know that that is you. It's okay. We all have to start somewhere. I was so salty for a majority of my life. I will be the first to admit it. I considered myself a quote unquote realist, but really, I really didn't believe that there was equal opportunity for everyone. I really didn't believe that I could make as much money as the next person. Like, I had so many things stopping me from just even trying. And it wasn't until I started with my mindset and I started to pay attention to these thoughts that I had and what I inherently believed, that's when things started to change and shift for me. And that's why it's such a big part of what we do in coaching, because you have all of the answers within you. You have all of the desires. They were placed in your heart for a reason. But in order to act upon them, in order to take the courage to take the first step and actually believe that you can have what you want, it all starts with your mindset. And that could be a whole new episode, a whole new season. So I just wanted to emphasize how important that is. And if you are listening to this and you're like this all sounds great, but I don't believe it, then, my friend, you may have a mindset issue. And if you do, that's okay, because that's something that we can work on. That's something that you can control, right? The first step is realizing and being self-aware and saying, huh, I've never considered this. I've never thought that I could have whatever I wanted in my career. I never thought that I could make this much money. Like, this has never even come across my mind. And that's just the first step. So I digress. I'll go back to the framework. Once we've worked on mindset, we get to the strategic planning phase. And this is where we get specific and tactical. Together, we'll develop a detailed plan for how you're going to reach your goals with clear steps, timelines, and milestones. And I will tell you that I've worked with hundreds of people throughout the years of my career. And I really know, like, if you know me, you know that I am a girl that can break down some plans. So I will help you to break down these big, hairy, audacious goals into clear steps, clear timelines, clear milestones, because strategic planning is about breaking down these big dreams into bite-sized, achievable actions. Without a plan, it's so easy to feel overwhelmed. But when you have a strategy, everything starts to feel doable and you know exactly what to focus on and how to measure progress. Have you ever sat down and created a concrete plan for your career? Have you ever thought, okay, this is where I am today, this is where I would like to be, and this is the things I think that is going to get me there? If you have not, that's okay. You can build it step by step. And if you want support in this, I can help you. I actually love doing this. Strategic planning, goal setting, that is my jam. So, moving on, let's talk about personal branding. So, in today's job market, your brand is everything. It's how you present yourself to employers, to colleagues, and the professional world. And let's be honest, it's a fancy word for your reputation. We'll work on optimizing your LinkedIn profile, sharpening your resume, and developing your online presence so that you have a brand that reflects who you really are. Your brand is what people think of when they hear your name. And we can be strategic with this. We can be intentional. And the first way to do that is to ask yourself, what do you want to be known for? How do you want people to talk about you when you're not in the room? Those are just some questions to kind of start thinking about what you want your personal brand to be and how you want to come across to other people. And finally, we get to implementation. And this is where all the work that we've done in the earlier phases comes together. We'll take the plan we created and we'll put it into action. But this isn't a one and done thing. This isn't oh, okay, cool, we made this plan, we made this roadmap, we're done. No, it's a continuous process. And as you move forward, we'll make adjustments, we'll celebrate wins, we'll keep you on track. Sometimes you'll figure that things aren't really working and you'll need to pivot. And honestly, the truth is the magic doesn't happen in the planning. It happens when you take action. We can plan all day, but there are things without our control that we're not going to be able to plan. So until you actually take Action is where you can see what's working, what's not working, what you like, what you hate. Oh, wait, I thought this is where I wanted to go. No, it's not. So that is where the magic happens. It happens when you take action. And here's the thing. This framework isn't just about finding a new job. It's about creating a fulfilling career that aligns with who you are and ultimately living a happier and more balanced life. The goal isn't just to get you into the next job. It's to really help you build a career that lights you up every single day. We spend 80 to 90,000 hours at work in our entire lives. I want you to enjoy it. I want to enjoy it. I don't want to hate my job every single day and then look back on my life at the end of it thinking I wasted 80,000 hours at a place and time and doing things that I didn't like. And I want that for you too. And I've seen this framework change lives. I've worked with clients that were feeling completely stuck, and they found clarity, they found confidence, and a renewed sense of purpose. And I want that for you too. So I want you to think about something for a second. When was the last time that you really stopped and asked yourself, what do you want from your career? Not what others expect from you, but what you truly desire. Oftentimes, we get so caught up in other people's expectations that we forget to listen to our own intuition. So take a moment today to reconnect with that inner voice. What is it telling you about your career? Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. In the next episode, we'll dive deeper into the self-discovery phase, where we'll uncover your values, your strengths, and what makes you unique. If you're ready to transform your career, make sure you subscribe and share this episode with your friends, and join me next time. And here's a little bit of homework for my little overachieving friends. But honestly, this is going to help you no matter where you are in life. Start thinking about what truly excites you about your career and what might be missing. You have the power to create a career that reflects your passions and values, and it all starts with the right mindset and the courage to take action. Until next time, remember, you have the power to create a career you love. Hey friend, if you enjoyed the episode, connect with me on LinkedIn and let me know your biggest takeaway. And if you're ready to take things further and say hello to a career that makes you excited for Mondays, book a 30-minute free career strategy call with me on my website at mycoachgemma.com.